Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of If It Wasn't For My Knees podcast. Tonight I'm joined by Uche, CT, hashtag Conky out, and GJ. Let it go, CT. The season's finished.
Nah, I'm not. I'm doing my protest, innit?
Yeah.
Making sure people don't forget. Making sure people don't forget.
And we've got Mikey D joining in as well. Mikey, have you seen CT's t-shirt?
What an idiot.
Yeah.
You wasting money on that.
You're supposed to be supporting them.
The Arteta one's coming next week, bro. Don't worry about that one.
All right, so tonight is the eve of the start of the European Championships. They start tomorrow night with Italy against Turkey. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a little chat about the tournament that's coming up, preview. So we're going to pick our top three picks to win the tournament. We're going to talk about some of the star players, and then we're going to preview the fixtures coming up this weekend. So we're going to start with who do we actually think is going to win Euro 2020. So which one of you guys wants to start? GJ, big England fan. Let's go.
Right. I agree with what Jose Mourinho said earlier today, or might have been yesterday, where I can't see past France. They've just got such a sick squad, strength in all areas, and they've got Benzema back. So I'm not going to say it's France's to lose, but I just can't see past them. They've just got strength everywhere. They're so strong. They're leaving very good defenders out of the squad. So my number one pick is France. Second, I'd have to say Portugal. Before
the same list as me.
Well, to be honest, I think we've got the same list as most people. But Portugal, again, they used to just be about Ronaldo and maybe a couple of other players like Nani back in, a few years ago, and like Figo and Deco in the generation before that. But now, again, they're so strong in virtually all areas now. Maybe their goalkeeper and probably aging a little bit in defence. Although they've got Ruben Diaz there now, but Portugal definitely my second pick. They're a lot more than Ronaldo now, definitely. Third pick is tough. I really want to say England.
Say it. It's coming home, mate. Say it.
It's coming home. It's coming home.
Let's say
God. Third pick. Oi. 3 lines, mate. Yeah.
England.
We're singing for England.
Mikey's
representing. So yeah, I think we're probably going to have quite similar. Maybe Uche's gone a bit sort of wild with his choices. I don't know, but I think we probably all got similar.
Why are you coming to me and telling me I've gone for wild choices?
Because I know that you're not gonna. Is England in your top 3? Let's put it that way.
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
There you go. Then so you've got a bit rogue. You've got rogue. But yeah, I think for me it's a toss up between. It's not a toss up. France are favourites, although the bookies have got England favourites for some reason. Portugal, I've got Portugal as my number 1 choice, but I think it's a toss up between the two. France are probably favourites, but Portugal have got a very, very strong squad, as GJ said, and then England are my third favourites. Although when we get into more depth as to how the fixtures are going to pan out. It's going to be a struggle for them if they finish top of that group. But anyway, let's move on. Yeah. Mikey, Uche, do you want to go next? As you're not going to pick England.
No, let the other people go. Do you want me to go now?
Go, man. Mix it up.
Okay, cool. No worries. It was a tough one for me, but first I would say Portugal was my first pick. To play the second pick in the final, which is Italy. And my third pick.
Wait, what? Italy. Bro, this is the worst Italy squad I've seen in any competition, bro.
Well, you don't know anything. That's why I need to continue to edit.
Did you map it out?
Yeah.
I actually did the like played around with, but it's so complicated because
You got Italy coming in that side.
Yeah, I can't remember what I did, but in the end, I can't remember how I did it, but I know it's gonna be a tight game, a tight one across the board. So, and then who's my third pick? My third pick, I have to look. Oh yeah, Belgium, of course. Yeah.
Belgium. Wow. I did say you're going a bit wild, and I was right.
There's nothing wild about it. So, okay, I explained Portugal, when they won it last time, they didn't have a top defender. Obviously now they do. They have they're very experienced Pepe. They can play Fonte if they want next to Diaz. Obviously the back four is really solid. Guerrero has a fantastic season. And at right back they will play Cancelo probably. So they're very solid. They're not gonna struggle for goals because they've got Fernandes and Cristiano and Jota. Now Italy, what most people like CT wouldn't know about
this guy, bro.
Is that Italy has two top players in midfield, Jorginho and Verratti, who like to keep the ball, and then you got this kid called Barella. Three of them play really good football, pick the ball really well. And this is gonna go to my star player, who I'm touting to be the star player of the tournament, which is gonna be Federico Chiesa. Between him and Insigne for me is what I'm looking at. And then up front,
dead team, dead.
And as for Belgium,
start the tournament, bro.
As for Belgium, we've got the king of the Premier League, haven't we, in the Belgian team, which I'm surprised no one talked about, which is obviously Kevin De Bruyne. And he's going to be, on both flanks. He's going to have Eden Hazard, obviously. Hopefully he picks up some form. You got Lukaku, who had a very good season. So I fancy them to be in amongst it. But France, I just think they will get shot. They're going to get one shot. Simple as that. But obviously they're favourites, but I'm expecting them to get shot by one of those three teams I just picked.
Okay. Wow. Mikey, do you want to go next?
So France number 1, they'll win it. England number 2.
Or usual.
He's laughing.
England.
The Italy guy's laughing, yeah. Oh, okay.
So I mapped it out briefly, and I have England beating Portugal in like the first knockout round, and then I have England beating Spain. And then I have England versus Germany, which will be a tight one, which is why I chose 2 and 3. I have France going through on the other side against Belgium in the semis. Belgium knocked out Italy in the earlier rounds for me. But yeah, France have got the best squad, the best team. They've got Mbappe, who should be the player of the tournament. Not no Enrico Giza. Yeah, France and Mbappe. If Benzema's fit as well up top, they haven't got no fake striker playing. I hear the Belgium, Lukaku's going to be dangerous. I reckon he'll be top goal scorer in the tournament, followed by Kane. CT, you're on mute, so I can't even hear your disdain at what I'm saying.
You forget that he's on mute.
You know what? People, I should have went first because everyone's just taking my picks, innit? I had Lukaku down as top scorer.
You need to say it with your chest.
I gave you.
I said it, and now you're trying to back it.
Exactly.
Nah, don't be silly. Italy guys, stop talking, bro. Stop. Stop your noise, bro.
What do you say? Insigne and Chiesa?
Who's the star? Yeah, star players of the tournament.
It's gonna be one of the star players of the tournament. Yeah.
Italy won't do much. They got a nice group, but let's see how they fare against Turkey.
They'll probably lose the game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because so many teams go through. It's true.
Sometimes we get excited over these group games. I mean, it doesn't matter. And I've got stats to show you that it doesn't matter. The current champions drew their first 3 games. became
I have
champions of
them
Europe.
going out to Belgium in the quarterfinals. So I have them winning the group. But when they encounter Belgium, they shouldn't win. And if they do,
Who's this?
there's money involved.
What was that?
Wow, good.
Mikey,
Would you
did
have-
you have England winning their group?
I did. Do you know what? Croatia are aging, and I know England don't generally perform that well in tournaments, but if England can't top a group with an aging Croatia, Czech Republic, and Scotland, then they should go home. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't really
I-
agree.
The last
I don't
tournament,
really agree with
Croatia
that.
had possession, but that aging midfield, are they going to have the same possession? We'll see. And England have actually got better. I don't think Croatia have got better from the last
No.
tournament. England
Yeah,
have better players than the last tournament.
Yeah, I agree with that. And England have actually got players now that can keep the ball in midfield, like Foden and Grealish. And
Yeah, it's a different mix.
Mount as well. Yeah.
Mount as well, yeah. I mean, in that semi-final against Croatia, that midfield was dead. I mean, we all saw that clip where Jordan Henderson was just punting the ball up the pitch because he just couldn't find an England shirt, and it seemed like the only get out was Henderson knocking long balls up to Kane or Sterling as a release the pressure valve. But I think now we got players who can generally carry the ball up the pitch and just maintain possession a bit better. And Croatia are definitely a bit older now. So, but I don't want us to top that group.
I don't want to top the group because it makes it easier if you don't top it. But then saying that, you still, when you get to the quarters, you're gonna hit some of the big boys anyway. So it just delays it by a game. But yeah, Portugal have got a solid squad, but it depends. Uche said they'll pack, but
They might
don't
not, you know.
they
don't
don't
usually do
usually like
anything.
have a lot of goals.
Yeah, they don't. When they kick off, when the game kicks off, for some reason they can't get it together.
Yeah, they're solid. They're solid.
But they're very solid. They know what they're doing, and they will probably look to win games 1-0, which is more than enough. More than enough.
CT, do you want to go next? Last.
Yeah, so I had the same sort of selection as GJ in terms of France winning it. Second place would definitely be Portugal. And obviously, I've got to go with my heart and England third place.
Oh my days, I'm disappointed.
Listen, Italy just about scraped top 10, bro, in my selection.
I genuinely thought you have England winning it. I thought you had England number one.
I'm not silly. I need a safe bet. I need a sure bet, man.
Hey, I've got France, England in the final. Let's see.
Okay.
If Italy, yeah, I'm just saying, if Italy face England, there's going to be money involved around here, yeah?
Definitely.
No, not for me.
He's got to
I don't
speak
think
up.
they can. In my mapping, they don't face each other.
Not for me. I'm not betting on that. What am I betting for?
Well, you're chatting. Back yourself.
Back your talk, man.
Hey,
I
it's your
don't need
home
to back my
nation.
talk. I've told you I don't need to back my talk anymore. Right now, I'm
Back
just
your
telling you
talk.
what's going to happen.
Italy player of the tournament.
You'll
You're saying
see.
they're going to make the
Hey, yeah,
finals?
you went far.
You're crazy, bro.
Italy
Yeah.
winners, Italy play the tournament. Italy hosting the
Yeah,
tournament.
man. No. Do you know what it is? Yeah. I don't really, as you guys know, I don't watch international football unless it's knockouts. So I'm not going to talk about their unbeaten run, which has gone on for a while. But I was reading a lot about the previews, and I was looking at the how they've been playing, and the guy's is a good manager. He knows what he's doing, and sometimes in this kind of format, yeah, it's just about getting through to the next round. And I just think, just like Portugal and France, by the way, they just know what it takes to do it. So that's why I'm not saying it because it's going to be some world-class display and there's going to be some crazy thing. I think I looked at Euros in detail, and Euros 5, 6, 7 editions. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. I saved it for this pod, right? The last 5, 6, 7 editions of Euros, right? I'm going back all the way to 1992, okay? Every finalist, I'm talking about every single finalist, right? How many of them do you think has needed pens, extra time, or golden goal, silver goal to win, to get to the final or win it?
So you mean from the semi-final onwards?
No. From knockouts onwards. Yeah, knockouts onwards.
Oh, from knockouts onwards.
Of knockouts, okay.
What, something like 60%?
Anyone else want to?
Because
I
he's
reckon-
brought it up, I think it's probably higher than that. Then.
So we're talking about 92, yeah. So all the way from 92 to no, sorry, what am I talking? Yeah, 92, yeah, 92 to the last edition. Only France has got to the final without needing one of those things:
Oh wow.
penalties, golden goal,
Yeah.
silver goal.
That's the margins, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's extremely tight games. So I'm talking about the Spain that everyone was eulogizing about. I'm talking about the France team that everyone was eulogizing about with Zidane. I'm talking about the two Spanish sides. All of them. They needed a penalty, or a silver goal, or a golden goal to get to the final or win it, or win in extra time.
Yeah, I know. But
So it's extremely tight.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't just apply to the Euros. That applies to World Cups as well. I
Yeah,
believe,
sometimes, yeah, but it
No,
seems to be more.
think
It seems to be more in the
Brazil-
Euros.
Yeah, but Brazil in 2002 were the last team to win every game in 90 minutes.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because I'm just saying that the margins are so tight. Even the ones that all the teams. The reason why I'm bringing that up is that all the teams that you eulogize, look back and you kind of praise for being great. I'm thinking about, like I said, the France in 2000. I'm saying Spain twice. They actually need, I mean, penalties. You can't tell me that's a planned way to get through to the next stage. So what I'm saying is that these are the three standout squads, right? That we know in historical and since '92, I would say the two Spanish sides and the France one that won, and they were so damn close that they needed those tight margins. So that's why I would never rule out England, even though I always think they're on hype thing. But if you can be solid, and it's never about the personnel, by the way, that's another thing that surprised me, including whether it's Greece or whoever you want to pick up. When you go back and look at the back four that played in the finals or in the semi-finals, these are not the worldies of football. So it's clearly on the tournament, being ready, keeping it as tight as possible, go to extra time if you have to, go to penalties if you have to, but get through, and people just forget the history of what happened. So when I'm talking about Italy, I'm trying to make it clear to someone like CT, it ain't gonna be some swashbuckling, pap. No. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be dry. Like I said, I'm looking at Portugal. Portugal last year, they drew their first 3 games. They drew, and that was not intentional. They drew all their 3 games. In fact, they were going out in their last game. They had to come back and draw that game. Got to the next round. Then it was a penalty. Then it was another tie game. Then there's another penalty. Do you know what I mean? And next minute, they're in the semi-final, beating Wales 2-0. Then they get to the final. Ronaldo gets injured. Then they need some journeyman called Eder to shock the world and score in extra time. And they're champions, you know? So it's extremely tight. So I can't discount. There's a lot of teams. I could have easily included England, but I just chose not to. I'm just saying it's going to be tight. That's why I back Italy big time.
Because you're an England hater.
No, I don't have anything against England. To me, has always been on a hype thing. I call it out every tournament, and it's quite easy because they just do what I expect them to do. Like when they go out, it doesn't surprise me. I don't even flinch because it's just you just doing what I expect you to do.
Yeah, I know, but we live in England, right? So if we was in Italy, we would be having this conversation about Italy, saying, "Oh, Italy is just a hype thing every time." I mean, in Italy, you know what I mean? It'd be the same thing.
Then you come up a cropper because I don't think they're hiding, but I'm pretty sure they won a World Cup. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, for this tournament.
I'm struggling to find a hiding. I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong. Interesting.
Well,
when England does get to
they're
the
not winning
final,
anything.
no, when England does get to a final of a tournament in the last, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 editions of the European Championship, then I can not call them a hype team. But GJ, they've never actually done that, have they?
But they've just reached the semi-final of a World Cup. I mean, that's respectable.
Which is absolutely respectable. You know me, I don't play with semi-finals. You get to the semi-finals, you deserve mega props. I don't care how you get there. So that one you got me, but that's the first time, right? And like I said, it doesn't matter how you get there, just get there. So I'll give them props for that. But for me, they should have you should have beaten Croatia. I mean, come on, man. I mean, if Italy's facing Croatia in the semi-final and they get banged up, that would be disappointing. So equally, you should be saying, I'm sure you were disappointed to be losing to Croatia in the semi-finals of the World Cup. Should do whatever is necessary to get through.
What was disappointing was the manner when we went 1-0 up.
Exactly.
We had a great chance, you know,
with a fantastic free kick,
hit the post, whatever, and all
Should've,
that
would've,
stuff.
could've.
Greedy, right?
That's right. Yeah, it was the manner.
So Uche has given us his thoughts on who he thinks are going to be the players of the tournament. What does anyone else think? I don't think anyone else has mentioned it. I think, I can't really look past Mbappe, given that I think France are going to go quite far, and maybe one of the Portuguese boys as well. But what do you guys think?
So obviously Mbappe's got to be up there. He's going to be a star anyway. Even if he has a couple of good games, a couple of bad games, he's always going to be on end of everyone's tongue, sort of thing. But I think you got to look at Foden, man. I think he's going to shock everyone. I think he's going to shock most countries. The way that the form that he's in, and he's definitely going to carry that through. And I think he's going to be a player to watch.
There's a theme in the thread, guys, of anti-England.
Here we go.
No, just calling
England will
it.
falter at the final hurdle.
Just calling it as it is. That's all.
But the mad thing is,
I'm reflecting the comments.
Yeah, but all these
And
guys in
the
the comments will be on a hype when England make the semis or
Four
finals.
goal
as well.
stars on that Italy jersey, and there won't be a fifth, unfortunately, for.
I had Italy as my dark horses, to be honest, because when it comes to tournament football,
Who's your dark horses?
Huh?
Who's your dark
Italy.
horses?
Italy.
You know what? I'm surprised none of you picked Germany. Why?
Yeah,
Do you know what?
Germany comes definitely before that.
Huh?
I had a look at the group, the qualifying in the groups. They got beat 5-0 by Spain or something like that. They did really badly in the groups. So although they've got the name, obviously. Go on.
I think you just looked at our highlight. What about their team?
Yeah, they've got a name. They've got the players. But when I saw some of the results that they got during the group stages, I was like, fading force probably.
Gundogan, Kroos, Kimmich, Sane, Gnabry,
You can't rule them out.
Muller up top.
But are you saying Werner?
Please don't say that.
I'm saying who they've got. The midfield is solid. Kroos, Kimmich, and Gundogan with Sane and Gnabry wide. I don't think you can really. That's a serious midfield.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if they Muller as a pivot.
Yeah, I mean, Germany another tournament team, but for me, having looked at the results, when I was looking at my top three, I was thinking, okay, who would you normally pick? Germany is obviously one of them, but when you actually look at their recent results, they're not great. So yeah, I can see why people would pick them as a dark horse, but form-wise, they don't look like they're doing very well.
Form-wise, they don't, but tournament football, you know, you can never disrespect the Germans. In 2002, we smashed up Germany in their own backyard, 5-1. We all remember that game. And Germany still reached that World Cup final.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't knock anyone if
Germany came from.
Knock it.
My pick for Germany didn't come simply on, okay, Germany are good. I mapped out where they could come. I actually had Germany finishing third in their group, behind France and Portugal.
Same.
But it gives them a really good route through to the semi-finals. Like
but that's the problem. Like you said, when I tried to do that, you could literally switch what you just put on either way, and I couldn't really.
I just ended up just doing it. Could be,
yeah. I was just looking. I was literally thinking, this could be. I don't know who's gonna come first, second, or third in this group. And like you said, I know it matters, so I can't remember how I did it, and I just ended up giving someone obviously I had to give a position. And in the end, I had it as obviously Italy. Whoever I saw Italy meeting, I felt they had enough to get through. And then Italy, Portugal final.
You thought Italy would beat Belgium?
I can't remember how I did it, but yeah, if it was Belgium, for example, there's nothing to fear because Belgium lost to Wales for goodness sake 4 years ago.
Yeah.
right? So let's
I
not.
don't think Lukaku will be looking at those Italian defenders and thinking, "I eat you for breakfast."
Yeah, probably.
Every
But then
week.
why couldn't he do that to the Welsh defenders 4
But
years
he
ago?
eats the Italians for breakfast over in Italy.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah, I
week.
know that, but I'm just
Used to
saying to
them.
you that I
Deadly.
like all the hype thing, but the truth of the matter is they got knocked out by Wales, and then 2 years later they got knocked out by France. So all this hype, and they didn't score
France
against
isn't.
France, by
We
the way.
can't look at France. Come on, France were.
Yeah, but they didn't score against France either.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that that's a massive disappointment for me, based on what you're saying, because they had the creative Kevin De Bruyne there in both cases, I assume, and they couldn't score one goal. So there's a lot of things for me. Losing to Wales, they're gonna have to explain themselves for that. I don't get that one. And Wales deserve to win the game as well. So there's it goes back to my tournament thing. That all these people look good on paper.
You know, the funny
So
thing,
what
you're reflecting on Belgium in those tournaments. What about Italy? What did they do? I don't remember them being up there for the past couple of tournaments.
Yeah, they didn't qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah. So a team that didn't qualify are suddenly like.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Obvious.
That I know that there was no attention to it. It didn't qualify. They changed the manager. Mancini came in. He's been on a 23 plus games unbeaten, which, like I said, I don't put much traction on it. But what it does for them is they have the confidence of winning games. I think they went through to the Nation League semi-final. They haven't been losing games. They have the form. They have the players, and they're gonna surprise. But like you say, again, I'm saying it's gonna be all of these are gonna be tight. I could easily have Belgium in there, like I said, France, obviously. But I just had to pick three, and I just believe they can do it.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, if you want to talk about top scorer, I don't know what you guys think. So maybe go around and get other people's view. I'm also gonna, say my own, which is gonna surprise them.
We didn't finish star player, did we? I'm saying.
Well,
Foden.
I don't know. Who's your star player? Oh, he said Foden, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think
The
Foden's
guy that
gonna
might not even
surprise.
start. Was he even gonna start?
Okay, so give both. So who's your top
No,
scorer?
I'm asking a question. I don't see how can a star player be a star player on the bench? I'm asking you. You're the England fan. Is he going to start? Can you say
He may start.
Southgate's going to
He may
play
start.
Foden every week?
Listen, all he has to do is make a big impact coming off the bench if he doesn't start, and he will then
How can
start.
he be a star player off the bench?
You didn't hear me finish. You just
Sorry.
started in. I said when he makes that impact off the bench and comes on, has a good game, he then puts in contention to start, isn't it?
Okay.
That's how it usually happens. But I think he will start anyway.
He'll start anyway.
He
He has to start. He has to.
No, I don't.
Southgate will
Listen,
start because he's a hype type guy.
Oh, okay. So he's a starter for sure now. So if he doesn't start, I should come for you next week. Yeah.
Most critics are saying that Foden will start. By the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm not actually. I really don't know.
What I've been hearing is that my kind of little dark horse, Grealish, might not start.
I don't think he will. I think Grealish would have the potential to be one of the players of the tournament if he got games, but I don't think he will.
Yeah. So my pick for player of the tournament is obvious. It's the same as Real Mbappe. He's the best player in the tournament for me. And then I think dark horse Grealish. If he plays, I think Grealish will definitely stand out.
Yep, I agree. GJ, did you give yours? You did.
Breaking up a little bit.
You are, GJ.
Did you just ask me?
GJ's zoning out.
He's just dreaming of his Coors Light.
Visualizing the Euros.
Yeah. He's visualizing Coors Light.
Yeah, well into it.
You get a relapse of the course.
It's
GJ,
sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to go boring, but I'm going to say top scorer Mbappe. Star player, I'm going to go with João Felix. And dark horse, I'm going to go. I was going to say Foden. It'll be Foden or Grealish. Foden will start, but I agree with you, Rel, when you said that Grealish could be the star man if he starts games. But I'm hoping that even if he doesn't start, he'll grow into a starting position and get even more fitness. So I'm going to go Grealish.
Okay.
Dark horse.
Uche, did you want to give your top scorer?
You already did.
This is a tough one. I'm just gonna be on logic. I'm gonna go for Lukaku because they play in Finland, Russia,
He'll have it
and
wrapped
Denmark.
up by the end of the league phase.
So he could be done. It could be done before anything else happens after that. So I'm just going by pure logic. Everybody else is there killing themselves, and I just think he could blitz them and get the top goal scorer easy. So that one is easy enough. I know I talked about the Italians for the star player, but actually, if it's not them, I think it'll be a Portuguese player. And I'm kind of divided because I don't see them enough. I'm divided between Fernandes and Jota. Fernandes because I think he'll get a lot of assists and a goal, and Jota because I think he'll score the goals. So I'm kind of.
You know what? My third player for potential player of the tournament is Diaz.
Defender.
Listen, if Portugal are as good as you guys all said they are in terms of they're in your top threes, they're going to grind out results. They're not going to be papping teams, are they?
No,
They don't usually pap teams. So if they're getting through 1-0s and it's 0-0 and then extra time, then it's a defender that's going to be standing out, not the guy that scores the one odd goal here and one odd goal there, or Fernandes on a penalty. That's just based on
that's
previous.
true.
If we're looking at knockout stages, etc., and the group stages, I don't think there should be too many goals unless it's a complete anomaly. That group with France, Germany, and Portugal, I wouldn't expect there to be like it raining goals in that group. And so one of the defenders will be shining out, or we might have something completely different. And this kind of behind closed doors football virtually kind of just rains goals and we see something different in a tournament.
Yeah,
So-
that makes sense.
So even
Go
though
on, DJ.
Portugal won it last year, Griezmann won the player of the tournament, right? So okay, that's surprising. I thought it would be a Portuguese player, but it wasn't.
Okay, so let's talk about the fixtures that I've got coming up this weekend. So tomorrow is Italy against Turkey. Wait, we've got David is coming with a comment. David doesn't like Foden's Nutrium. I'm not sure Foden likes his Nutrium. But
Hey, it's all right. Leave the boy alone.
Guys are reincarnated.
guys in the chat, do you want to give your? I've seen quite a lot of comments of people saying that England ain't going to do anything, but hang on, I'm just going through to see whether or not people actually give their predictions. So if you haven't given your predictions, put it in the chat so that we can have a little chat about that as well.
There's a couple of predictions that came through early on. DK Fanza selected Italy, then France, and then Portugal. Professor XDJ, Germany, then Portugal, then Italy. That was early on.
Interesting. So the rest of you, let's see what your predictions are as well. Okay, so let's move on to talk about previews of the fixtures coming up. So we've got Italy against Turkey tomorrow night. Uche, as our Italian correspondent, talk us through what's going to happen in that match.
Like I said, do not be surprised. I'll say, do not be surprised one little bit if they lose that game because I won't.
You need to update your dial-up.
For me,
Yeah, we can't hear you, bro.
It's mad.
wow,
You keep freezing.
wow, serious.
Basically, that's your disclaimer, yeah? That Italy are going to get slapped up on Friday, yeah?
You're
Oh,
mad.
sorry
Turkey.
about that. I don't know why it keeps happening. So is this still happening or?
Yeah, every now and
We
again.
can hear you. We can hear you. It's just your image is a bit slow.
Oh wow. Okay. I need to sort that out then. So I was gonna say that I would not be surprised if they lose, if they kind of draw that game or lose it, because Italy never ever starts any tournament of any note with any sort of swashbuckling anything. So maybe 0-0, maybe 1-0 Italy or something like that. They always start slow. So that's what I'm predicting to happen.
Yeah, it's true.
And what do people think about Turkey? Because I've heard some other people like on podcasts and stuff talk about Turkey being potential dark horses. I don't know where they've got that from, but what do people think about that?
Turkey
Yeah,
to beat Italy for me.
Yeah, Turkey definitely beat Italy. Definitely.
Definitely
Italy,
beat Italy.
yeah, I think so. I can't. Italy for me they're just a little weak, bro. They're not even. They're just about to scrape my top 10. To be honest, I'm gonna lie. I'm putting Spain ahead of them. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? And no one's mentioned Spain. I'm putting Spain ahead of
Why
them.
should you mention Spain?
Huh?
Why should you mention Spain? There's nothing to mention about Spain. This is not
The
a Spanish
same-
podcast.
They're in the
Dash
same
them out.
bracket as Italy, bro.
They dash them out. They don't even exist. Who's
Same
gonna
bracket
bank
as
for them?
Italy.
Morata? Is it gonna be Morata scoring the goals or what?
Moreno.
Yeah, Moreno.
Moreno.
Europa,
Oh yeah, you guys know all about Moreno.
Italy will know about him as well.
Look at the way the two Arsenal fans said Moreno. Like they're big fans of fans of Moreno. All of a sudden.
This guy, bro.
No, I actually think that if they play Ferran Torres up front, then they'll have a better chance.
It's a good one though, because there's a few teams you could make a claim for, you know. So it's a good Euros. I'm looking forward to it. See what happens.
Yeah, definitely. And then GJ, do you want to comment on the game tomorrow before we move on to the next game, which is on England versus Croatia? It's on Saturday or Sunday? Sunday, isn't it?
No, I'm
Sunday,
gonna put it
Oh,
on. No, I
okay,
wanted
hold
to
your Russian.
sorry.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, GJ, do you want to comment on the Italy
Yeah,
versus
so
game?
yeah, Italy, Turkey. I'm gonna go with a draw. I want it to be a draw in a way because I've always had a soft spot for Italy and for Holland. Out of the European teams, I've always liked
Baggio.
those two teams.
Because
Sorry?
of Baggio.
No, going back, like obviously Baggio, but I've always just liked, the stylish players, and also the Catenaccio. I've always admired their defence and the way they just grind through tournaments. One of my good mates is Italian. He's a Napoli fan, and I was speaking to him yesterday, and he goes, mate, I hope it's a draw. He says because when Italy starts slow, it's a good omen. And when they won the World Cup in '82, they started with a draw, and I believe they started slowly in 1994. They just lost on penalties to Brazil in the final. Baggio with that famous miss. And when they won the World Cup in 2006, again it was a slow start. So if they rampage through the group, then they'll probably get dashed out in the early stages of the knockouts. But I want to. Well, yeah, don't know, but I reckon a draw. Turkey they're a hard to beat, annoying side. So I think a draw. Both teams would take a draw.
Yilmaz to bang 2-0, 2-0 Turkey.
2-0.
Yilmaz, yeah?
Let's do predictions.
Yilmaz gonna bang them.
1-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 1-1 dry.
2-0 Turkey.
I reckon
You
Italy
said
win that
2-0.
game.
Yilmaz, bang bang.
Mikey, you said 2-1.
To Turkey.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What about you?
I'm trying to imagine where this Yilmaz is gonna find the space to do bang bang against
Bang bang.
Italy
Too
defense.
early goals.
Yilmaz is
bro.
going to score.
Yilmaz.
I'm
Bro.
confident.
Okay.
Bro, what's your prediction?
I reckon Italy win that game. I've written down Italy win. So yeah, I reckon Italy win that game.
What game?
I
Who
would
scored for
say
them?
1-0. It's a 1-0. Chiesa. Is he playing?
Star player. Star player. Yeah. I forgot about him.
Well done, bro. Big up,
Balotelli.
big up, bro.
Hello.
No, he knows about Chiesa.
Balotelli off the bench.
That'll do.
Moise
That'll
Kean.
do. So yeah, I think Italy wins that game 1-0. But given what you said about slow starts and that, maybe they won't. So on Saturday, we've got Belgium versus Russia. Now, Russia is a team that for some reason, I've always thought should be better than they are, but they're not very good. So I've got that as an easy Belgian win.
Yeah.
Lukaku's got to rack up his goals.
Yeah,
Anyone disagree with that?
that's about 4-1, I think.
Yeah.
Why did you give them the one? Why did you give them the one?
I don't know. Belgium probably get too
Belgium's
complacent or something.
Belgium's aging, cracky defense.
Yeah, what's
true,
it got for
true.
Marlon still, no?
They got all
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Really?
They've got all three of them. They still got all three of them. Vertonghen,
That's nuts.
Alderweireld, and Vermeulen. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 4-2. Sorry, not 4-1. I'm gonna go 4-2. That's a crazy defense. Man.
It literally looks like they've just copied and pasted their sides, and just apart from Fellaini, really, it's literally like the same set of players all the time. It's really strange.
Yeah. But to be fair, it's a small country. They've got small
It's a small
population.
country, absolutely, and that's an important thing to remember. But yeah, Lukaku should absolutely have a fun day. I'm gonna actually I might put a little thing on a hat trick for Lukaku. You know,
Yeah, that's a shot.
I'm gonna do that tonight before I forget. Yeah, why not?
probably be like 4-1.
Yeah. As I lose out on the last, as he gets only 2, I guess subbed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're all in agreement about a Belgian win there. And then obviously all of this doesn't mean anything because the big game of the weekend is England against Croatia. So they met
Big ups.
Met in the semi-final of the World Cup. As we mentioned earlier, Croatia came out on top. What do we think is going to be the result on Sunday?
2-1.
To
England.
And to who?
I've got us.
We got a bone to pick with them, so yeah, we're definitely gonna win. I don't know the score though. Probably 1-0. You know, it's gonna be a tight. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tight game. But I think England will break through.
The home advantage. They'll probably have a bit of a crowd behind them as well. So I think 2-0 is probably a fair result. I'd imagine. I can't see Croatia doing a lot.
I'm gonna go for. I was gonna go for 1-1, but I forgot the home advantage. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mikey 2-1.
2-1. And Uche, the England fan.
I've not seen them since they got knocked out by Croatia. I'm gonna assume they've been good.
He watched them the other day.
What are they?
That you've been top hasn't left his side.
Bro, you've been watching the friendlies.
That's as close as you'll get to Italy.
You didn't have your pings on in the friendlies, no? Your pings were on.
No, I don't really. Yeah, but that doesn't count. It's just like watching a quick goal or whatever.
You know about England. You've done your research.
No, I don't. Obviously, I know who's gonna play, likely to play, all that stuff. What I'm saying is, I haven't sat down to watch an England game since that Croatia game. I actually watched the whole game, so I'm not really qualified for England. However, there's nothing. Croatia's they're dead. They're finished, aren't they? Like there's no one there. They're old and
old, yeah.
2-0 England. 2-0 England.
Wow.
Kane and City star player to score the 2 goals.
Off the bench.
Off the bench, yeah.
Well, I thought you said you didn't know if he's starting. Is he starting? Now he's going to score.
I don't know, but I'm
he's going to come off the bench and bang.
Yeah, probably. Because I don't know. I don't know. Are they even going to play Mandzukic again? What do they got up there? I mean, Croatia, man. Perisic, the winger, though.
Yeah, that's what they got.
To be honest, I hope England wins. Obviously, I really hope they win.
What do you mean, obviously?
Because I'm just looking at Croatia, and I'm like, it's not the same team.
Yeah, he's trolling. He's definitely trolling.
No, I don't hate Croatia. I'm looking at this thing here. You're gonna play Croatia, and then you're gonna play Scotland, and then you're gonna play Czech Republic. I'm sorry, unless I'm missing something, I could make an argument for 3 wins here.
Yeah, that's what we're expecting.
behind closed doors, yeah. When England play, he's
No,
gonna
no,
be
no.
like,
But this is on paper. This is on paper.
like,
No, but this is on paper, yeah. But obviously, when the game starts now, yeah, we all know what happens. This is the problem with
Mate,
England. But
home
looking at on
advantage.
paper,
It's like Euro 96 all over again.
well, to be honest, home advantage has not really done them any favors in the. No, I don't think home advantage is gonna do much for those shooksters. To be honest, I can't see it, man. I don't know what the big fuss is. I can't see. I would love to say they're not gonna win these games, but I'm sorry, unless I'm missing something. I don't think I am. Czech Republic, Scotland, Croatia. That's 3 wins. What's the problem?
Okay. You mean that, yeah?
He's
No,
hiding,
one
so
thing
when
is-
we flop,
Titi,
he'll
one
be
thing
there
I say
saying,
is-
Yeah,
"Oh, what
so we
happened,
can come
lads?"
back next week.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely. I'm
do a
saying that to
madness.
you
That's
that
the-
that if they flop it, yeah, this is a big flop to me because I can't see. I can't. Okay, maybe Croatia. Let's say at the worst case scenario, Croatia beats England. Yeah, I'm still seeing 2 W's there. Simple W's after that.
Oh yeah, we should get out that group, absolutely.
So I don't.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to get out of any group, to be honest, seeing as they've got 4 third-place teams that are going to go through. So
Yeah.
it's going to be
Honestly, I'd
pretty
like to make a
difficult not
case.
get out of the group.
Scotland can't score, can't bang. Czech Republic can't bang. So what's the problem? Are you actually worried about this group? Is there any of you England fans worried about this silly group?
Well, we'll talk about the other games later, but we was talking specifically about this game.
Yeah. And I'm saying that for what I'm saying, I'm telling you now that my prediction is 2-0 because I don't see anything here. I don't see anything. Dash them, slap them, move on.
So what are you saying about Group A? Sorry, just quickly.
Group A. What about it?
Your group, your boys. That's an easy group for you guys as well, isn't it?
No, nothing with Italy is ever easy, unfortunately.
Okay.
I could see Italy getting 3 or 4 points in this group, max.
Okay.
Max, and they'll still get through. Is what I'm saying. That's the difference. Like they don't do like come and impress you in group stage. They don't do all that. They're not interested. They're
I had
interested in
Italy
winning
to
the
win that
tournament.
group. I had Italy to win that group above Turkey. Wales in
So
second,
did I,
in
but-
third.
Yep, let's change it.
No, I'm going third.
I
Win it.
can't
I'm
even
serious.
back
I'm
it.
going. They're getting third.
I
I'm
can't,
coming
I,
third.
to be honest, bro, I'm
Did you
gonna
say
be honest
third?
with you.
They're coming third in that group.
What do you
They're not
think?
beating
Yeah.
Switzerland.
I can't back it. I can't.
They're not beating Switzerland. Wales would give them a tough time as well.
I mean, it makes sense what you're doing,
Tough
Rel,
game.
but I'm just telling you that I can't confidently back it. If I was confident, I'll back it right now. But I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I see stories here, man. So I can't back it, but you guys can. But I'm not gonna say Italy can top that group easily. No way. Italy they do funny things at group stages. But don't worry about it. They're gonna get through to the next stage. That's where he's at.
Cool. All right then. So let's wrap it up there. Let's finish the show there. So we're going to be back on Monday. GJ, did you want to ask a question?
Yeah, just as a bit of a fun question, just to get us in the old, national spirit and that. Best football song, best England football song. World in Motion or Three Lines?
Three line.
World in Motion when Barnsley's spitting bars, isn't it?
Isn't it?
100%. 100%. He's spitting some serious bars in that one.
Man like Barnsley.
Rumour has it, Tupac Shakur used to listen to John Barnes rap before he went on stage.
See, there you go.
What year?
Yeah, that was a good one. The John Barnes one was good. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
So I don't know if you guys, I mentioned it in the WhatsApp chat. Did you see the Captain Conan show program yesterday? They're doing a new anthem. Check it out on BBC. Huh?
Doing or done?
Would have done it. I don't know if they've
It's
released
a
it
bit
yet.
late if they're doing it.
They've done it. I don't know if they've released it yet, but you hear snippets of it through the show. So check it out on BBC iPlayer.
Yeah,
It's a decent watch.
Yeah, I'll have to have
Decent
a
watch.
look.
And the tunes sound pretty good as well. What's that, GJ?
I'll stick with New Order and Barnsley.
Of course you would. And the lyrics. All right, let's go. All right, then. So we're going to be back on Monday. Oh, we may be doing a watch along on Sunday. So look out for notifications for that. If not, then we'll be back on Monday. If you can see on the screen there, we're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Search for it for One for My Knees. Follow, like all our content, get involved, and we'll see you again on Sunday for the watch along. If not, then on Monday. So yeah, it's bye from us and bye from CT and his conky out.
Conky out.